I've been waiting for a long time for President Obama to go on Alex Jones's broadcast. That would actually be fascinating because Alex Jones is actually secretly such a like star effer.
Of course.
That he would actually
Are
be
you
like,
kidding me?
I have to rethink everything I've
He'd
said
be
about
a
Alex.
Democrat tomorrow.
He would be like, Barack Obama's trying to stop the globalists for 8 years. And what happened was is that like he would flip on a dime. So that's kind of like a little fantasy I have. But I always have wondered, like, because Obama's a very level-headed dude. Like, what is his response? Like, that's like the oppression I do, right? Like the disjuncture between the insanity around Obama and the fact that like the big secret of Obama is that he's kind of a boring dude. And I don't mean that like pejoratively. I mean like he's probably the most normal person that has succeeded at high level politics.
Like he's cool for a politician.
He's cool for a politician, but I mean boring.
It's like
in the
beer
sense
goggles.
that if you live next, exactly. I mean, that if you live next to Obama, you'd be like, this is a really smart dude with a nice family, and you invite him over, like, hey, how are you?
It'd be impossible to find something abhorrent about.
There wouldn't be
this
like
guy.
he's leaving at 3 a.m. There would just be nothing. Not like he's a normal dude. So here he is campaigning, and he is getting confronted, maybe, or at least responding for the first time. He's in Greensboro, North Carolina. And he sees some Alex Jones supporters in the crowd. And he gets that kind of Obama smirk, and he decides to riff a little bit. Let's take a look.
Really demonize each other. And I mean that literally, by the way. I was reading the other day, there's a guy on the radio who apparently Trump's on his show frequently. He said, me and Hillary are demons. Said we smell like sulfur. Ain't that something?
Pause it. I just had to say, if you're listening, Obama just smelled himself right now. He is cool. Yeah, go ahead.
Now, I mean, come on, people.
So what I would have done, though, this is the difference, and this is why it might be tricky for me to go into politics, because Obama affably laughs it off. But if I was him, I would have been like, and I want to let you in on a little something. Not exactly demon. I'm what in Islamic terminology is called shaitan. So same general principle, but Islamic. Now, I would like to bring a white child on the stage to sacrifice to Almighty Allah. Allahu Akbar.
Yeah. But you know what's funny watching that, and if you've noticed, if anybody's been paying attention, Obama's been kind of letting go of the veneer slowly but surely.
Yeah. He's been very
as he
fun.
gets closer and closer to leaving office.
Yeah, it's true.
It's like, all right, I can address some of this ridiculousness.
Yes.
But a part of me wonders how aware he was of the Alex Jones sort of fringe in like 2004, right? When he's like, there's no two Americas. It's like, well, yeah,
like,
dude, there
like,
is.
Yeah, there are, you goddamn black. There's 4 Americas if I needed to not live next to you.
Part of me always wonders, because I think that was a big crutch for him when he first got into office, just how naive he was about the Republican constituency, like their appetite for reasonableness.
Well, there's 2 different parts of Obama. That one is that.
Or reason. Why did I just put a "nis" there?
No,
reason.
Either way. But I think you're right. You're totally. But those are the 2 aspects of Obama. I mean, one is like when it comes to things like TPP, it's just like, I like Obama. I'm gonna miss him a lot. Like we're not having Bernie. If we're still either having like neoliberal or clown fascism, I would prefer to have like a charismatic leader attached to it. Yeah. But so there's the way in which it's just like, I'm just significantly more left wing than Obama. But the other thing that you're right is that I think he actually thought going in, like he really was like, this is like the Harvard Law Review.
Right. It was a blind spot for him.
And he really thought that because we were in such a crisis that they were going to, join forces with him. And that was the most disillusioning thing about Obama, because when you could be like, 20 whatever years old and just be like, wait a second, why did I know that and he didn't know that?
Right.
And this dude is like a brilliant,
right.
Improbable, talented politician.
Well,
that's disturbing.
I think, and another blind spot for me.
And Hillary does know that.
Right.
So that's like where
yeah,
that's a good thing. Like she definitely is like, yeah,
I think that's Obama's biggest blind spot is that he is an elite liberal, right?
Right.
These people, those are his people. Like
Definitely.
Paul Ryan and those people, those are at their core, they're Ivy League elites. And that's who he kind of identifies with to his core. It's like, no,
Paul
I went
Ryan's
to school.
not smart enough, but I
right,
got you.
But he's like, no, I went to school with these people.
Right.
These are reasonable people. Some of them happen to be Republican, but they like to work problems out. It's like, no, that's not how they remain employed. Though.
Right. No, and that was the whole incentive structure when because he came out. I was like, I think that we can all agree that blah, blah, blah. They were just like, you're fucking Muslim.
Right.
And that was the whole.
He's Muslim.
And then they're like Paul Ryan, like, well, I don't know that he's Muslim, but he could be. Anyways, here's my plan. We could take poor kids and feed them into a biomass factory, and then give a tax subsidy to Koch brothers.
Hey, it's Sam Seder. Why don't you subscribe to this channel? You can do so right over here. Subscribe.